Hi, I'm Sam, trainer for Iris Legal, and I'm going to show you some of the new features from Meridian Law Connected version 3.1. One of the key changes in MLC version 3.1 is the introduction of the new contracting suite. This is following the LSB consenting to the Code of Conduct changes to replace current terms of work with the new standard contractual terms. The new functionality allows efficient management of both contractual and non-contractual cases and allows easily handling of multiple contracts. We've also introduced 9 new CAT conditions which will assist chambers in effective management. In the following demonstration, I will show the new standard terms which are included as part of the upgrade, how you have the ability to set default terms at client firm level, and the production of a contract at case level. I will also show the enhancements we've made to reports and to the case search screen. During case creation, I now have the ability to indicate it's a contracting case. Under the new contract terms section, once I tick that it's a contract case, you will see that the other fields then open up. I've then got the ability to give that case a status or to indicate that instructions have been received. At client firm level, in the General tab, I've got the ability to record any agreed contract we may have in place with that firm. I've also got the ability to give them a contractual term status if required. There is now an enhancement to the case search screen. A new contractual terms tick box has been introduced. Once I tick that box and do my case search, it will only return the search results of cases which have been indicated as contracting cases. Additionally, in the reporting suite, we see an enhancement to the cases report. When I go to the cases report options, you see that there's a new contractual terms section. This will allow me to report on just those contracting cases and also to see what stage they may be at. At case record level, I've also got the ability to record additional information. It may well be that I wish to record a date instructions were received and what the decision made by the barrister was on those instructions, whether he's accepting or rejecting them. When I wish to produce the contract on a case level, I can simply click on the Produce Contract button. This will pull through Chamber's default standard contract unless a contract has already been agreed with the client firm and entered in as in my example. Once you upgrade your software to version 3.1, you will also find that in your standard documents you're given a copy of the new standard terms. These are then there for chambers to view and to modify as they see fit. One of the big changes in MLC version 3.1 is surrounding usability. Usability has now been enhanced for all users, which is going to make the MLC experience faster and easier to use. You will now find that it's faster to get data entry in on those key areas, one of which includes the quicker creation of contacts, but without jeopardising any of the integrity of the data. We've now introduced a new streamlined way of searching for information in the system and also for cases, and there is an easier management of case records and diary bookings. Within this demonstration, I'm going to show the new predictive searching, which enables efficient and quicker entry of data. I'm also going to show the new Quick Create screen for contacts, along with the new case search screen layout, new diary booking layout, and the functionality that surrounds that as well. Predictive searching has been introduced into MLC version 3.1 in various locations. An example of this can be found on the case creation screen. If I want to quickly look for a firm, I can enter in 2 or more digits and the predictive searching will automatically populate through potential matches. I can then select the relevant firm from the list and they'll be populated through. I can also do the same at contact level, and you will notice that any contacts that are associated to the firm I already selected will be highlighted in yellow, making it easier to select the right person. Another example of where you'll find predictive searching in MLC version 3.1 is at case record level in the letter print screen. If I know the name of the letter that I wish to print, I can type it in and the predictive search will automatically look for potential matches, allowing me to select the correct one. In order to improve efficiency in MLC version 3.1 in a frequently used area, we've also introduced a Quick Create contact screen. By using the green plus arrow, it will open up the quick contact entry screen, and I can very easily enter in the name of the person that I wish to create on the system. If I then hyperlink into her name, you'll be able to see that the system has automatically added in the address of the firm and ticked that she can be marketed to. Following customer feedback, we've improved the layout of the case search screen. We've now moved the barrister, contact, client firm and court fields over to the left-hand side of the screen so that you can quickly and easily tab to that field to enter in that information. We've also introduced this new box which is called Search Text. This box will allow you to enter multiple party names, and the search will search for all of the names which are entered into the box. In my example of Smith & Jones, it's pulled up every case name which contains Smith and Jones in the title. Also following on from customer feedback, we've amended the layout of the booking screen. You will now notice that the start date and start time appear at the top of the screen instead of lower down. We've also introduced this new member box, which will allow you to very quickly and very easily enter in additional barristers into diary bookings. We've also amended the All Bars view so that it will show notifications to both barristers and solicitors. So you can now work from this view when notifying in the diary. Sitting bookings are also now able to have a court associated against them if you wish. When you first log into MLC in the home page, you will notice that the default now starts on Open Case. This functionality has also been introduced into the case search screen so that if you know a case reference number, you can very quickly enter it in and open up that case record at any time. Version 3.1 of MLC introduces invoicing into the software. Invoicing offers Chambers a more flexible approach towards billing, and it will insist in improving client care as you'll be able to meet their needs and expectations. Invoicing also allows you to meet the increasing needs by certain bodies to have purchase order numbers displayed on bills. The ability to lock down fees and allocate payments allows for more accurate reporting. In the demonstration about to follow, I'll show you the simplicity behind producing an invoice and how you have the ability to allocate payments to an invoice, and the new statement of account reports. If your MLC system has been set up for invoicing, when you enter the correct case and scheme combination, you will find that the invoice and credit note are highlighted on the toolbar. In my example, I've got a case where one invoice has been sent and I've got two items that are currently unbilled waiting to be invoiced. If I go into the invoice production screen, you will see that I've got the ability to add on an ad hoc comment or alternatively a purchase order number if one is required. When I go through to the next screen, I'm then given a second chance to select any work items which I may wish to exclude. At Setup, you've got the ability to say which of your work items should or shouldn't be included on an invoice. Once that invoice has been produced, you will see that the work items go from blue to black, which indicates that they've now been billed. If I go to the chronology screen, you can clearly see where invoices have been produced, and you can see what the invoice numbers were, and if a purchase order number had been entered, you could also see what that was. If a credit note has been produced, as in my example, you will see that the corresponding invoice is then struck out. If I go to then put a payment on an invoicing case, you will see that I get the option of selecting which invoice I wish to pay it against, which gives us payment allocation. If I select invoice number 29, the total amount of £390 will be populated through, and I won't be able to amend that. A new report has also been introduced into the software. This is called the Statement of Account Report. This will give you a snapshot of everything that's happening on your invoicing cases. So it will show you all invoice lines, credit note lines, payment lines, and any potential payment cancellations which have been entered on. This demonstration has highlighted some of the key new features available within the latest upgrade of MLC. With version 3.1, you will have effective contract management, enhanced usability throughout, and the introduction of invoicing. For more information on anything that you've seen in this demonstration, or to book training or consultancy on the new features, please email professionalservices@irislegal.co.uk. Many thanks.